All right. So, wow. We moved to Jamaica and we have been here for, let's see, we got here on the 18th. I think it's the 28th. So we've been here 10 days now. We're really 9 days because we got here on the 19th. We were supposed to get out on the 18th. And actually, I think I want to share that story. Because the way everything just lined up and was just, it felt like there was a red carpet laid out for us from the time that we left our apartment in DC to Georgia, spending time with family in Georgia, to then here. And that's not to say that there weren't like hiccups and, things that happened along the way, right? It's not to say that we didn't experience any of that. It's to say that it just felt so like the path was just so aligned. So we move out of our apartment and we take the drive down to Georgia. Now, mind you, we packed up our whole place. We stayed in like a townhouse kind of thing. So we packed up our whole place, 3-story building, 3-story apartment. And we were able to fit everything into our storage and into the car. And we drove down to Georgia. And getting to Georgia, there was like barely any traffic on the road. The baby was there. She did really great, just in terms of, we stopped for a bit, played with her, changed her, all those things. She slept for a good chunk of time. And it was just smooth, it was smooth. And then we got to Georgia, and in Georgia, we were able to spend time with my family, Kambi's family, and we were able to see our friends, and we had like a really nice dinner towards the end of our trip there to just sort of, say thank you to the people who have been in our lives and to also allow them the opportunity to, send us off. So it was like a really, really wonderful experience. And we didn't even have our tickets. Before we got there. We got to Georgia and we were like, all right, we don't know when we're gonna leave, but we know we're leaving. And that's so different. I think people get caught up in not having like a plan that's laid out from A to Z. And if that plan is not laid out from A to Z, then it just doesn't happen. And I think what I've learned, at least in this journey, is that you set the intention first, and then you just kind of be in flow and move with the energy. You just go with it. Things are gonna start to come together. Things are gonna start to be more clear as you move forward in that journey. And that's what it was like for us. When we decided on the date, babe, I think you spent your last on getting our tickets, getting our luggages paid for. Everything was just like, we're committing to this. This is our offering. And, he spent his last. I thank you for that. And boom, the trip was set. So we get to, let me see, anything else I want to mention? Okay, no, so let's fast forward. So we get to the airport on the day of the trip. Now, mind you, there's like delays in Fort Lauderdale because there's like some flooding going on, and it's been going on for about a week now. And when we first heard about it, we were like, all right, they may or may not still be experiencing some issues when it's time for us to actually travel. Lo and behold, they were still experiencing those issues. So, boom, first thing that happened on the day of, as we're packing up all of our bags, we get a notification. Flight changed. 7 a.m. is now 7 p.m. Whew. Okay. All right. Whole 12-hour delay, but things happen. And we had to also change our airline. So we were going into Fort Lauderdale and we ended up having to go to New York. Now, this is where it gets serendipitous, right? Because I'm from New York, okay? And I was talking to my mom about this. The fact that I, like my essence, my spirit, body had to go to New York before I made this journey here is so powerful. Like, for me, it was like, okay, DC, this is where we met, blah, 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 blah. No, matter of fact, it's not where we met. It's not where we met. This is where we ended up. We met on the plane going to Georgia, right? So remember I told you we were in Georgia. So boom, we take our journey. We go back to Georgia together, right? The place where we met, or the place where we were traveling to. Spend time there, make our amends there, make our offerings there, make our peace there. Especially me, because I had lived there for 10 years or so. And in going down there, I really said, like, yo, I want to make sure that when I leave this place, when I leave Georgia this time, I'm leaving it with a mindset of like empowerment and peace. Because when I left, honestly, I was running. I was running from just that life in Georgia, and I was chasing school and chasing my career. And so I wanted to sort of like full circle it and come back and be at peace with Georgia, right? So boom, got there, everything was peace, everything was love. We get rescheduled to New York. Okay, cool, I'm from New York, no problem. I gotta make sure I again return full circle, give my peace, give my blessings, and boom, we going. So we get a delay, the first delay. Now mind you, if you've ever traveled and there's been things happening with the airlines, with the planes, whatever's going on, most likely if your plane is delayed once, it's gonna get delayed again. I don't think I've ever, maybe like once, where I've had one delay and that was it. But for the majority, most of the time, if there's one delay, it's gonna be followed by another. And then you may go on the second delay, but then there may be another one. And for us, I had a feeling that there was gonna be another delay. So, boom, we had our first delay. Instead of 7 p.m., it was, I think, like 8, like early 8. All right, okay. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. You know, things are changing. This is what happens. So I told Kambi, I was like, babe, I bet you we'll get one more delay. Don't worry. I know it's stressful. I know it's like it's anxiety provoking. We're gonna get one more delay though, and then we're gonna be able to go. Sure enough, we have another delay. But when we get to the airport at JFK, now like I said, I'm from there. And this moment is so impactful because we got to this sort of like intersection, right? So it was like you can go straight. We just came from the escalator. So we came down the escalator. You can go straight. You can go to the right or to the left. And it felt like this was sort of like a representation of how it felt for us making our decision or making decisions, period, in life. Like, are we going to go the right? Are we going to go to the left? Are we going to go front, forward? Like, being at that space, like that middle space of being caught between multiple paths and having to choose which path. So for whatever reason, we were like, you know what? Let's go right. So we go right. Cool. Go to the bathroom, whatever. And as we're walking over there, or as we're like getting to the bathroom, I hear like some Afro beats. So I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know they play Afro beats in the airport. That's cool. Right? Didn't think nothing of it. So I go in the bathroom. And now also, we have the baby, right? So everybody is nice to us. Everybody is like smiling. And it's like, oh, baby, he's cute. So like the energy was just lovely, right? Back to this red carpet. Like the energy of the people, the vibe was all, it was all love. Like We didn't meet anybody that had a sort of negative interaction with us. Nothing. So, Baby and I come out of the restroom, and Babe is across the way at a terminal where they're playing the Afro beats. And I'm like, oh shit. I look on the screen, they're going to Lagos, Nigeria. Right? So I'm like, oh. Where am I from? What's my ethnicity? Nigerian and Jamaican. What are the odds that we end up right in front of a freaking Nigerian terminal? A terminal that's going to Nigeria. I'm like, yo, I'm having to pay homage and to touch every sort of like ancestral point or point of just being. Like wherever I've been, I've had to like go back to that, right? The next thing, now this is where, I mean, I'm all about like synchronicities and like seeing stuff, right? So the gate is E10. Now for me, that's so powerful because my Uncle Emmanuel, my Uncle E, I call him Uncle E, right? He has since transitioned, Nigerian uncle, right, on my dad's side. His birthday is December 10th. Uncle E, 10th, December 10th. Lagos, Nigeria. Nigerian uncle, Nigerian side of my family. So for me, I was like, yo, the ancestors have given their blessing. They have given their blessing for this trip, and we're covered. So it was another sort of affirmation that let me know, all right, we on the path. Again, the red carpet is there. It's set. The ancestors are giving us the signs to say, just go. It's easy. We got you. You're covered, right? So, boom. Now, let's get back to the flight story, right? So, we get on our plane. Well, first of all, we get to JFK, right? And wait a minute. Yeah. So we got to JFK, and the flight from JFK to New York, to Jamaica, they had closed the doors. They closed the doors. Wait a minute, babe. Hold on, homie. So we went from Georgia to JFK, right? And then JFK to here.
Mm-hmm.
But we were late for our flight to Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
We were late for our flight to Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
Because our plane was delayed.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So matter of fact, when we went to when we were at the gate E10 and with the Nigerian music, that was in Georgia. We hadn't gotten to New York yet. So we finally get to JFK, right? Now our flight's delayed from before, so we were this close to missing our flight to Jamaica. So we run. I'm with the baby. He got both our bags. We running. There's like 4 other people that were on that flight with us. And we run to hop on the plane to Jamaica. The doors are closed. You know on the screen where it says boarding is locked, doors are locked, go see somebody because you missed your flight, like we'll got nothing else for you. That was what we were doing. That was a situation. We were like, damn. And I'm like, yo, nah, we gonna get to Jamaica. We going to Jamaica today. All right? Today. Now mind you, this is like what, 11 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Like 11, 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy at the desk, he's like,
it was 11 something.
It was 11
after
something.
11.
Right, after 11. So the guy's like, sorry guys, the desk is over there, go talk to them. And, the folks behind us are also like, nah, yo, like, you gotta do better than that. Like, we gotta do better than this. Like, come on. I'm not gonna say the airline, but I'm like, come on, y'all. You gotta do better than this. And so the guy's like, all right. Shout out to him. I don't know your name, but shout out to you. You know who you are.
Mm.
He called. He makes some calls. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm listening. I'm like, all right. He calling somebody. As soon as when you get on that phone, when you get on that phone, you know something about to happen. So you got on the phone. He's like, yeah, we got people. I got people. I got like 6 passengers here. Come on. So, they opened up the plane. They opened the plane. They opened the plane for us. What? Red carpet. They opened the plane. Guess who? And I didn't even know. I didn't even realize who came off the plane. It was the pilot. The pilot comes off the plane to us. Cool. Again, thank you, brother. Peace and blessings to you, because yes, my man's came off the plane, saw us, and was like, okay, we gonna get y'all to Jamaica. No problem. We know, we understand. We gonna get y'all to Jamaica. He on board. We gonna get y'all there. We gonna get y'all to this place that has been divinely laid out and set for you to return to. So, boom, pilot comes out. He ushers us onto the plane. Of course, the Jamaicans on the plane are like, I want this. Whatever, we fine. I'm smiling. Hey, baby, we here. Y'all was late anyway. And we had to sit there for another, 20 minutes before we even took off. Right? So, it worked out perfectly. Everybody got their seats. Boom, we good. It's nighttime, so baby girl is knocked out. Just amazing. Mind you, had we left at 7 a.m., she would have been needing things throughout the day, because we have a routine throughout the day, right? But because it was nighttime, it was her bedtime. So we were able to just kind of move, and she, she slept. She slept for the whole plane ride. I had to, of course, breastfeed her so that her ears could pop and things like that, and she wouldn't feel any discomfort. And we had the baby headphones on. So I think those 2 things definitely worked. But, we got on the plane and we made it to Jamaica. And as we're coming off the plane, the pilot sees us again. He's like, hey, here you go. Wanted to make sure you guys got here. And, we're here. And we've been here for the past nine days now. And it's been amazing. It's been life-changing. Truly life-changing. My eyes are just...
You've been here for 11 days.
What day is today?
The 29th.
The 29th. Okay. So, it's technically 10. 10 days. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We've been here for less than 2 weeks.
We came here we did come here on the 19th.
Because of the whole...
Yeah. I kept thinking it was the...
I did the same thing. I said it earlier too. We were supposed to come on the 18th, but we came on the 19th for a reason, and we were here. We celebrated our anniversary, which was beautiful that weekend. We got a chance to go see... Well, I got a chance to see Mo Bay from a different life, because I've been here before, but I was here with my dad when I was 12 or 13. Many years later. All right, so, babe, what has it been like for you since you coming back? Because this is now, you moved to the U.S. 2016. So he's coming back after 7 years. What's it been like for you coming back?
At first it was like a major adjustment, because a lot of the places that were once familiar seemed unfamiliar, and that was kind of tripping me out with the fact that I'm here and I don't necessarily know how to navigate moving around in my country where I was born and raised. Kind of got used to the US mentality, and a lot of the things that happen in the US, especially when it comes on to how people carry their space. forgot that, with Jamaican people, especially the older Jamaican people like my parents, them don't care about like always being up to the time with the newest things and them thing that if something work for them, no matter how long they want have it, as long as it carry out the function or the use where they need it for, them are gonna keep it. So it was like coming back home, seeing it exactly how I left it was kind of a shock to me. But I got over that, realized that everybody live according to how they're supposed to be living, and all I can do is appreciate the beauty in it and keep it moving. And another big thing was like just the jet lag and the whole craziness of the trip. It did completely. I was feeling like looping for like 3-4 days. Like my head was in the clouds for like 3-4 days, not fully grounded into this frequency that is here in Jamaica. So I think that contributed as well to how I was perceiving everything around me. And eventually that all just went away. And we're here in Jamaica making it work, making big plans, making big moves, and it's good to be home. I definitely prefer to be here more than anywhere else. I live where everybody dreams of being able to vacation. So it's a place that is very diverse in what it's able to give to the human experience. And it's only since going away and coming back. I mean, I had a strong appreciation before I left. However, because of things out of my control, that appreciation I think kind of waned. And then going away, experiencing a first world lifestyle, realizing that the first world lifestyle is grind, and live every 2-3 years for a few moments. That was my narrative, because we did travel a lot, especially before Sahara came around. We used to always make it a priority to the things. However, in Jamaica, it's like you work hard and you play hard all the time. There's always something to do here. And the weather permits that. In the US, the weather don't permit that. Most times, you just want to stay in a house because the weather is so crummy. But here, it's always sunny. It's always, it's like a love affair with the sun. My melanin having a love affair with the sun constantly over here, unlimited. Whilst over there fighting for it. I don't think people understand how vital sun energy is to the mood. The reason why Jamaicans basically always have a no problem attitude is because there really is no problem in the world. Them live in paradise.
Yes.
Yes. No matter what is going on, wherever reach them, with nobody enough for them think say, yo, life is just the worst. So
who's it?
I think
Baby.
But yeah.
So that's just the intro. We'll get into it more. We want to we're going to start documenting our journey, because I think, especially from the sort of American mindset, like he was saying, this sort of grind mentality, and always having to like it's such a consumerism mentality. Like I have to grind to have these nice things that everybody says that I should have, and like I gotta grind to have the newest, updated, latest thing so that my friends can see how well I'm doing. You know, it's always kind of like it's a show. You know, it's you know, chasing clout. It's, you know, looking for status, trying to gain fame, trying to get admiration. And I think it really takes us away from this sort of authentic lifestyle. And for me, this is what this part of my life journey is getting more connected with the authentic me, with nature, you know, really using nature as my teacher, using life as my teacher. And I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be here. I think that the more we talk about our journey, the more it will inspire other people to live their dreams. Like, I'm living my dream. I truly am. Like, I'm with my family. I'm in a place that got good food. I'm on an island. I can go to the beach whenever I want. Like, I'm living a dream. And again, all of the people that I have met since being here, his networks, they've just been so welcoming and so embracing and so like, whatever you need, we got you. And this red carpet treatment, I honor it and I'm grateful for it. And I want to be able to see other people walk on this red carpet as well. So we'll be back to share more. So stay tuned for our journey. All right. She's done? Okay. You want to say anything else or I just end it?
No, I can just end it.